Good morning, YouTube. It is 10 a.m. in the great state of Texas, and we are continuing our marathon project of building approximately, or trying to get to 20 projects within 2 weeks because I have a work thing. So we are taking glitter and orange dye pigment, going to mix this all together like we've done in the previous projects that we've done for this marathon. This is maybe 5 or 6, number 4. I don't even know which one project this is. But we're taking this extra fine pink glitter, going to add some orange pigment to it and dye, mix that all together, and we're going to get this like fiery red dragon type color. I think that's what I'm going to end up calling this one, is either the Jello mold or the fiery red dragon mold. I have no idea. Either way, we're going to get this cool bright orange color that's going to look absolutely amazing. So we're going to get everything mixed up here in just a little bit, get everything out of the actual mold that we're using. East Coast resin, mix that up, added that to it. Now we're going to come back, add the orange pigment first, and then we're going to come back and hit it with this fine glitter. Throw that all in there, get everything mixed up real nice and neat. Obviously, we're going to give this a little stir with our little stir stick, and it comes out this orangey color. And I really love how this turned out because you can really see that glitter in it. And once it's done in the pressure pot, you'll get an even better color with it as well. So that's kind of where we're at on this color. So instead of it being pink, it's more orange, but it still looks absolutely fantastic. So 4.5 hours later in the pressure pot, we got this cool puck looking mold here. So it looks like a Jello mold basically that you would get like in a Jello cup if you were a kid, or if you grew up eating Jello. I remember my mom had like a Jello mold that looked just like this. So gonna get everything mixed up nice and neat, and look at all that cool color shine. You can really see the glitter. You can't really tell it's pink, but it still looks damn amazing. So got that all ready to go. We're going to put a piece of pine board on there. You can see the pine board's a little bit larger than our actual face of our mold itself, but that's okay. That won't be an issue here in a little bit. So going to get everything onto the actual mold itself. Don't be stingy with your hot glue, obviously. I always say that with these projects because things fly off the lathe, hit you in the face, and you will live to regret those a little bit later. So getting everything screwed down nice and neat. Oh, see, that's why you wear gloves, because I did not have a good handle on that, and had those edges been there in that pine board, it would have cut me. And you can see there we actually cracked the pine board, so we're having to come back, hit it with more hot glue so everything kind of just stays together once we get it spun on the lathe. Like I said, do not be stingy with your hot glue, because things will fly off the lathe and hit you in the face, and it will hurt. So getting that onto the lathe itself, you can see workshop is pretty messy from all of the other projects that we've been doing. So got the tailstock, securing that bad boy, and now we're just going to go ahead and start by taking that superficial layer off like we usually do with most of these projects. Actually, we do that with all of the projects. You got to take that top layer off if you want to get it to the shape that you want it to. So having a little bit of issue with the ribbons. We're getting really good shavings, really good ribbons off. And now we're just working down the material to the shape that we want to. And this went by relatively quick. I want to say this entire project from start to finish took a little bit less than an hour. Not any issues with this one from what I can remember. This is actually my first time watching this video from start to finish after my editing. So you and me are going to learn together. But as far as I remember, didn't have a lot of issues with it. So went ahead, removed the tailstock. Now we're going to go ahead and make that bottom flat so we can get the mortise built. And if you go back and watch videos that I did like a couple of months back, I actually did a similar project like this where I actually ended up breaking the mortise because the chuck jaws were not sitting right within the blank itself. And that's kind of the problem with these smaller projects, is you don't have a lot of material to work with. So when you're doing the mortise, you have to leave as much material there for strength purposes, and I was very mindful of that when I did this. That's kind of, the benefit of doing these projects repetitively, is that you learn a lot with each and every single project that you do. So using the smaller carbide tools here, just getting everything nice and even. You can see we're getting really good material off. Now we're just sizing up the chuck. It's right to the size that we want. Now we can take that off the lathe, take the faceplate off, and go ahead and reverse that on the chuck and get everything the way that we want to. So there it is. That dirty pine board still on there. That won't be an issue for us. Got it reversed in the chuck. Make sure to always engage the lathe before you turn on the actual lathe itself, because it will jam up like I just did there. So anyway, getting the larger bowl gouge there. Now we're just coming back and taking that superficial block off. This wasn't any issue whatsoever. Came off nice and neat. It was already falling apart, so the great thing about when it's falling apart like that is that it comes off a lot easier. So now I'm just taking the round carbide tool, getting the lip of the bowl taken care of so we can go ahead and make everything nice and flush. Gonna come back with that larger carbide round tool and take that down and get everything done nice and neat. Now the square carbide tool, boom, got everything off, and now we're just going to make everything nice and flush so we can start the gouging portion, which we're going to do here in just a second after we clean up the lip a little bit. Now you get that nice clean look, and now you're all ready to go. So starting from the outside, working our way in, you can see all of these soft ribbons that we're getting off. Really good material. It basically cut through like butter. And this is about the 5th or 6th project that I've done in the marathon by this point. And I haven't even sharpened my tools yet because the epoxy is just cutting through. Usually when I'm working with a little bit more hard material like wood, depending on what type it is, usually I have to go back and sharpen my chisels a lot more. But this one, no problem whatsoever, coming back and forth, back and forth. Now we're just taking the square carbide tool, getting that all cleaned up the way that we like. Excuse me, a little bit of coughing there from all the talking that I'm doing. This is actually like the 3rd or 4th commentary I've done this morning. Today is actually, and my voice squeaked again. Forget what day it is. It's like the 17th or something like that right now. So you guys are probably watching this in August or September, and I'll get into that at the end of the video, obviously. So once I got to the depth that I want, now I can show you. This is basically all the shavings from this one small little pot. Actually, it's more like a cup. It's not even a bowl. But really good shavings. You can see the garage, absolutely filthy from all of the other projects that we've done in the marathon. It takes forever to clean up all of this stuff, so time is of the essence, so I don't go back and clean after every project like I usually do. So this one, super important. Get everything done nice and neat. And we're going to clean up the workbench just a little bit before we start the sanding. Going to go from 340 all the way up to 1500, and then we're going to come back and hit it with a micro mesh and do some finer wet sanding that'll really make this pop. So boom, there it is. Look at that orange. It's like a Halloween orange color. I should post this on October because this is probably going to be the most Halloween project I'm going to do for the remainder of the year. But it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this color. And now that we throw the wood wax on there, it's going to look even better. Just give that a good polish, give that a good run through. You can really see the glitter and how much that just shines in the sunlight. Actually, the sun wasn't. I did this like early in the morning, so there wasn't even the sun there. So, but even in the light, it still looks absolutely gorgeous. Love the way this looks. Love how this project turned out. Small little project. Like I said, it's not large, but we are definitely going to come back and do larger projects once I come home, and it's going to be even better than this. So hope you guys are liking this marathon series. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Go back and watch the other marathon ones that I've done. Go back and watch my entire catalog. I've got like 200 plus videos that I've done on the channel. So hope you guys like this. You can absolutely see that shine and glitter. Can't wait to do this in a larger project. But anyway, hope you guys are liking this. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff that every single YouTuber always says. And I will catch you guys in the next project. Hope everybody's doing great out there. Peace. Alright, so project is done. The marathon continues, people. And this little guy looks absolutely stunning. The glitter in there with the color, it's like an orange, I don't know what to call this, but it looks freaking cool though. Look at that thing. So this took me no time at all, sped through it. It's almost 4:30 in the morning here. Today is March 15th. But man, look at how cool those colors are. And like I said, I'm doing the marathon. I think this is either project 4 or 5. We're still early on it. I got about 2 weeks before I have to go. And realistically, I don't know if I'm going to get the all 20 done. And I'm sure I've gone over that in the commentary. But man, this looks absolutely gorgeous. And of course, we're going to come back and do these in a larger format as well. So hope you liked it. Hope you got something out of it. Marathon continues. The workshop is absolutely covered in shavings, but got to get it done to get these projects finished. So hope you liked it. Hope you got something out of it. Thanks for sticking to the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, all that good shit. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.